So let's go to the Gazette.com and let's piss off a few Democrats. It reads Black men love Trump, dooms Democrats with 42% support, according to a poll. Now, this says black men love Trump. It's talking about that he supports what they support what he's doing. Not necessarily meaning that they voted for him, but in the future, who knows? Let's read. President Donald Trump has Democrats on the ropes with his surging support from African Americans, prompting a poll to declare that black men love Trump. Wow. In a new Signal survey shared with Secrets, Trump has a shocking 42% approval rating from black men, a massive edge over any past Republican president. Brock McCleary, Signal vice president of polling, told Secrets 42% of black men approving of Trump's job so far is no small thing. Unlike Democrats approached previously, this is not about placation or offering new attractive policies with no follow through. His popularity and approval surges because he does the things he says he'll do, and that's a breath of fresh air for everyone. I said that myself. The difference between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, or Republicans and Democrats, is that we as men we can respect a man or any or a woman who yeses mean yeses and no's mean no's, who will say what he's going to do. He go out there and he actually try it and he bucks the system, and if it can get done, it'll get done. And it's not like when Joe Biden came out and said he was going to forgive all these student loans, and everybody said, "Yay, we're going to vote for him." And then as soon as he get in office, he said, "Well, it might be a little snag because Congress won't let me do it." But Congress was already telling you that they weren't going to let you do it before it even happened. But you gave that rah rah speech, making people believe that, and I'm like, man, no way in hell it's going to happen because it just can't happen. McCleary, who polled for Trump in 2016, and Vivek Ramaswamy last year added, in the pre-Trump era, these numbers for a Republican would be aspirational rather than realistic. In the thicket of this new Trump era, these gains among Black Americans are noteworthy and certainly beyond the threshold of statistical normality. It boils down to follow through, which is the most elusive of traits for politicians. Basically, what he's saying is politicians lie. They say they're gonna do something and don't do it, but this guy is actually out there trying to do it. Trump has long bragged about his connection with black voters. First, when he met with many black construction workers on his New York City development projects. Then, when he became a notable boxing and fighting fan and sometimes huddled with Don King and other black promoters. In his elections, he has picked up slightly more black voter support than other Republicans, but since 2020, his support has soared as Democrats have turned uber liberal on social issues like baby deletion and transgender issues. Don't nobody care about that stuff, but we'll get into it. That led to Signal analysis of its monthly survey to declare Black Men Love Trump. The political realignment from November appears to be accelerating as Trump continues to make inroads with historically dim leaning constituencies. 42% of black men approve of the job Trump is doing, and 4 in 10 have a favorable opinion of him. The results match other recent polls, including a John Zogby strategy survey featured in Secrets that showed the so-called Obama coalition swinging behind Trump. Wow. Part of that coalition includes younger voters, and the Signal survey found that they are leading the march to Trump and away from liberal Democrats. That's where the problem is going to be, them young voters. We try to tell y'all, get these old people up out of office. All these old Democrats who ain't doing nothing, who still hollering and yelling and ain't talking but ain't doing nothing. You need to get them out and get some young blood in there. Then maybe you will be able to keep a lot of the voters that you had or that you're losing. Throughout the election, we highlighted just how far out of touch Democrats have become from the American public. And now, after Trump's victory and a breakneck pace of action on his campaign promises, it's pretty clear Dems haven't learned much, said pollster and Signal president Brent Buchanan. Yeah, I remember the Super Bowl. But y'all notice how when they showed a picture of Trump, and I'm sure they was kind of nervous about doing it, but then they probably thought, let's rewind. So in the Super Bowl, I guess the Eagles were the home team and the Chiefs were the visiting team because they, when the Eagles came out, more people cheered, and when the Chiefs came out, not a lot of people cheered. You even heard a few boos. Don't know what that's about, but hey, it is what it is. So then you would think that made you think like, oh man, maybe they hate the Chiefs because what's that dude that date Taylor Swift? He's like a Donald Trump supporter, wear the MAGA hats and all that kind of stuff. So maybe that's why they're booing. But then when they showed Donald Trump, the people in the audience cheered. And we're talking about New Orleans. The people cheered for Donald Trump. Even amongst all the black singers and black songs and the black halftime show that was done, they cheered for Donald Trump. But when they showed Taylor Swift, they booed for her. Yeah, something to think about. Take the ticket, take the ticked off young, diverse, working class voters that propelled Trump to the White House, for example. They were a key constituency that gave Trump an edge over former Vice President Kamala Harris. As white voters stayed flat in their margin for Trump, today they're not nearly as ticked off as they are more optimistic than ever about the direction of our country. In less than a month, if you're on Team Trump right now, you've got to be feeling good about these numbers and the quick progress they've made already with voters Buchanan added. The survey was wide ranging and showed support for many of Trump's efforts and executive orders signed so far. Below are some of the highlights. When it comes to hiring on merit or diversity and equity and inclusion, 64% picked merit for government workers. On declassifying the assassination files of John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr., 56% backed Trump's order to declassify files. A majority backed Trump's efforts to stop illegal immigration, and 55% opposed sanctuary cities. Tariffs on China got 50% support. Acquiring Greenland was backed by a plurality 44%. So that's it for that article. But let's go here. Boom, to this poll right here. Poll, the Signal poll that the article is talking about. Trump winning over black men, DEI skeptics, and border hawks as Democrats lose ground. This is from the Signal.al. It says, let's see, kind of skim through this. Signal, one of the nation's fastest growing and most accurate private polling firms, released its monthly national voter trend poll conducted February 4th and 5th of 1,500 likely general election voters. Now, again, I always ask these questions. Who do they be polling? Because they never come talk to me. Never do I see these people. And 1,500, I'm not really sure you can go with that. You know what I'm saying? That's not a lot of people, but I guess it's how they do the poll. So, hey, if one poll can do it, I guess they all can do it, right? So throughout the election, we highlight just how far the touch Democrats have become from American public. Okay, I already read that part in the article. Trump's approval rating is at an all-time high. This is matched by another all-time high in optimism about the direction of the country across every single demographic we measure. Let's see, in comparison, let's see. Swing voters are plus 7% in support of Trump's efforts led by Elon Musk to right size the federal government, and swing voters are plus 29% in support of the Trump administration's action on illegal immigration. In comparison, congressional Democrats are rudderless and unpopular with a net image of negative 14, 40% favorable, 54% unfavorable among all voters. Key takeaways. Black men love Trump. The political realignment from November appears to be accelerating as Trump continues to make inroads with historically dim leading constituencies. 42% of black men approve of the job Trump's doing, and 4 in 10 have a favorable opinion of him. Top issues, inflation and economy, are now the main concern by a country mile. Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration appears to have lowered concerns from 21% to 17% in just a month. That's because he's getting them out of here. You're not too concerned about it now because the border, no, they're not, the border crossing has like dropped to like by 90, 95%. And then you see like a lot of these immigration shelters, migrant shelters, them some guns are empty. So it's not really a big concern now because things are getting done. Nobody's worried once you make progress. I always remember that. Only 40% of voters have favorable images of Democrats in Washington compared to 54 who hold an unfavorable view of the caucuses led by Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. Favorably of congressional Republicans is split. Favorability of congressional Republicans is split at 47% favorable, 48% unfavorable. Let's see, you talk about 2/3 agree that COVID-19 more likely originated from a Chinese lab. Only 17% agree with Fauci, but hell, that was when. That's what I understand. Because could see this poll here. This this goes along with what I believe, what I've said, what I've seen, and what a lot of people have said. That these stats are really nothing shocking or new. It's just funny how it's just not coming out now that the Democrats are out of office. Well, the Democratic president. Well, yeah, the Democrats are out of office. People are way more optimistic. Let's see. Trump's wins merit versus DEI. 2/3, 64% believe government should hire based on merit and experience instead of racial and gender identity, including 55% of Hispanics and 41% of Democrats who say merit should take sole precedent. 28% say both should be considered, while only 3% believe racial and gender identity should be the only factor of hiring. Here's the thing. Read, pay attention to the wording. It says they believe, say 64% believe government should hire based on merit and experience. Not saying that that is what's happening. If you ask the people what they think is happening, they'll tell you, yeah, it's a lot of DEI, it's a lot of nepotism, it's a lot of, put my people on when hiring at any job. No matter if it's a federal job or a mom and pop shop. It's like first you're gonna hire people that you know, people you comfortable with, and people you trust. Then outside of that, you'll fill in the rest later with other people. You know what I'm saying? Do that merit and skill set and all that kind of stuff. Which, like I say, that shouldn't be so it should always be on merit. It's merit and experience. Always should be set on that. So yeah, so that's just what it is. The problem is, like I say, the country that we live in, it's just hard. I'm sure it's gonna be hard for that to happen. It's gonna take work. It's gonna take a lot of more harder work to get it done than it has been. But I mean, hey, that's just what you gotta do when you want to get things done, man. It takes work. 56% support Trump's executive order to declassify files related to the assassinations of JFK, RFK, MLK. 53% support Trump's action on stopping illegal immigration and bolstering border security. 55% oppose sanctuary cities that refuse to assist law enforcement in or harboring criminals. So I'm saying when you got about half the people that want to change, a little more than half, it's a democratic society, right? So the people speak, then the people win. It don't matter if it's by one or by 51. Doge time. 46% of folks support Elon Musk's effort to reduce government bloating and spending, including 44% of swing voters and 41% of independents. Hey, yeah, everybody should support that mess. They say it should have tariffs on China. Yeah, because people, it should be more made in America. And I understand that might cost us more money, but guys, I mean, the only way you're gonna increase your revenue and improve the country's economic structure is to try to keep money inside the country as much as possible. Greenland, 44% support acquiring Greenland through diplomatic economic means, while 32% mostly Democrats oppose it. Not sure what wait. Greenland got what? What did we say? Greenland got what's it called? Raw earth, rare earth, or something like that. Like minerals, kind of like Ukraine got that I think America want to help, like with these cell phones and a whole lot of other things that we use on a daily basis. Birthright citizenship, 54% support children illegal immigrants gaining automatic citizenship, while 41% oppose it. More people support tariffs on Mexico, 43%, in Canada, 39%. And if you go through this, I mean, I'm gonna put the link in the description box for sure. But you get to this article, and it tell you, and it's the survey's right here. The survey's like 69 pages. It shows a complete survey, and it's a lot in here. I skimmed through it, saw a lot of stuff. Can't go too much in detail. There was something I wanted to see, but like look at here, like these priorities. Democrats, check it out. When you look at this, it says what 31.8% top priority, inflation and economy. You guys did not make a point to address that. Did not make that one of your main points to address. Now you did address this threats to democracy, but that's 17.9%, right? But then you got to parallel that with illegal immigration, which is at 17.3%, which is kind of equal. So if you think about it, they kind of cancel out each other, right? So now the inflation and economy is still up, it's still the top priority. Something again, you Democrats did not push the issue. Healthcare, 8.4%. That's everybody. Uh national security, okay. That's that's a problem. Crime and public safety, 6.3%. We're talking about the top priorities, right? And way down here at the bottom, the one thing that the Democrats tried to push was this baby deletion. Try to make a big deal out of that, and it's only 2.5%, which means y'all had not a leg to stand on. Now, if y'all would have came up here with this inflation and economy, stop talking about how good the economy was, going in the right direction, but the numbers just didn't match with what y'all was saying. The threat to democracy, even if you do the threat to democracy and the baby deletion, that's only about 20%. So inflation and economy just rolled y'all out. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure who were the campaign people that ran the campaign for the Democrats, but they screwed up majorly, and which is why. Well, I ain't gonna say that's the only reason why, but one of the big reasons why the Democrats didn't win. And you can say that nobody wants to see a fake black woman in office in the way who can't hold a good conversation, who like she's a what you call it like maybe somewhat of a minor alcoholic, like a drink or two, functioning alcoholic. Just saying, that's what she seemed like. So that didn't help her either. But like I said, these are like the top priorities, and you can see, you actually see over time from September 22nd to February 25th. I mean, September 22 to February 25. You can see the priorities and how they trended over time. And what is this? Healthcare. Is that the dark blue one? No, illegal immigration went up. See that? First in 2022, it was down barely 12.2%, but then that sun gun went up to almost 20%. You see, but the inflation, it was up. They worried about it by 38.2%. It went down to like 31%. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna put this link in the description box. Y'all check it out for yourself. Read, do some research, get some understanding how your government working. But anyway, hey, but yeah, Democrats again. Bottom line, got no one to blame but themselves for the loss of these congressional seats and for the presidency. It's funny, sad to see a lot of people who thought it was a thing to do to vote on emotion, but that's not what you do when it comes to voting. Not especially when it comes to making decisions that can affect your life. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe they'll do better come midterms and come 4 years from now. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below, share it with the world. Let's have intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those four things cost you nothing but maybe a couple minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here. If you like to support us financially, you can give super thanks, super chat, super stickers, and you can go to the description box. There are a couple of links there you can click on to help support the channel, or just get a brother a nice hot cup of hot cacao with a little bit of honey in it, man. Don't forget to hit that shop button or go to marlonmorale.com. We got products I know you will love. We got colognes, perfumes, silk products, handbags, beard products, and much more. Just check it out. You'll not be disappointed. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.